Hello and welcome to today's short lecture. Just two things for today. I wanted to review the personal sacred sounds and the sacred sound pendants and what the various options are on those for a person. But before that, I just want to announce another photo chair program, a virtual chair program. We've done two of these in the past. They've both been very popular and people have enjoyed them quite a bit. So we're going to do another one. Right now we're shooting for the last day of January, so that would be Sunday, the 31st of January. That's likely to be when we do it. As with the two previous ones, the cost is $300 and $200 of that will be as a credit to any future in-person chair program. And yes, those can accumulate, which means that if you did one on the first photo chair program and one on the second photo chair program and one on this photo chair program, that would mean that you'd have $600 in credit going toward a future in-person chair program. And we certainly assume that we will have an in-person chair program this year because the vaccines should be out to the degree that the state of California will allow us to get more than 5 or 10 people together in a room in a hotel so that we can do the treatments and then actually do the chair program itself. So we think that'll happen in the spring or summer of this year where we can actually do the in-person chair program. But until then, we are still doing the photo chair program to make sure people can still get the benefit of this. And as with the last time, I mentioned one of the great benefits of the photo chair program is that people who are not able to go, whether through work, they just don't have the time to do it, whether through health, if they're disabled or incapable of traveling, perhaps someone who's elderly and doesn't like traveling, or if someone is extremely young, a child, a newborn, an infant, then this is still a possibility for them. So it opens the door of the benefits from the chair program to go towards people who otherwise wouldn't be eligible for it, wouldn't be able to go through the chair program. And that's one of the great benefits. Also, it's a great benefit for you because it's easy to do it. I do the treatment on your photograph. I put your photograph in the flying seed device, and then your photograph goes in the chair of Genesis. So it's a simple thing to take advantage of. That will be the end of this month. Okay, now notes on the personal sacred sounds and the sacred sound pendants, because people are still getting somewhat confused about this. Let me make some basic ideas clear to you. You can receive the personal sacred sounds without receiving any of the sacred sound pendants. So you can get your sounds without the pendants. You don't need the pendants in order to receive your sounds. And then every day you could enliven your personal sacred sounds using the Song of the Spheres. That's entirely possible. If you don't have the song but you have a flying seed device, you can enliven them using that. But the best way to enliven your personal sacred sounds, the very best way, is actually in the presence of the flying seed device and using your Song of the Spheres. Otherwise, just try to use the Song of the Spheres with it. Then, the pendants, the sacred sound pendants. You can use a sacred sound pendant without even having received your personal sacred sound for that pendant. Let's say it's a health pendant. You can actually use it without having received your health seed, your personal sacred sound for health. Now, why would you do this? Well, it could be that you're giving it as a gift to someone. It could be that you're giving someone a gift of the curse seed, someone for whom you know that they are afflicted by addiction or depression, but they are not terribly receptive to the idea of receiving instruction in their personal sacred sounds. And therefore, you can't ask them about it. And we can't tell you what the personal sacred sound for curse would be for that individual without them saying that they're interested in it. So for that person, the best you might be able to do is get them a curse pendant. and either you place it on their photograph or you give it to them as a gift, and it will still have a beneficial effect for them, which means it might get them to the point, it might release that binding influence of negativity on them to the point where they are receptive at receiving their personal sacred sounds for health and curse. And then you can go ahead and do that, and then the pendant becomes significantly more effective. So even though the sacred sounds pendants are able to be used without the personal sacred sounds, they are significantly more effective if you do enliven them using your personal sacred sounds for them. So with that, how do you enliven a sacred sound pendant? Technically, all you need to do is introduce the sounds in the presence of the pendant. So you could hold the pendant in your left hand. Let's say it is the love pendant. You could hold it in your left hand, or you could wear it around your neck, and you could simply introduce the Realm Lord, pause for a second or two, and then introduce the 3 sacred sounds for your love seed. And you would repeat that process 3 times. You could do that even without the Song of the Spheres. But if we add in the Song of the Spheres, it again makes it significantly more effective. So it is best to use the Song of the Spheres and to have the pendant either wearing it around your neck or holding it in your left hand with the Song of the Spheres as you enliven the sacred sounds for that pendant. That's the best thing. But as you can tell, it is entirely possible. There's a range of ways in which you can use the pendants, including giving it as a gift to someone where they don't even know their personal sacred sounds, and there is still a benefit to it. But as we've made clear in this short lecture, there is a hierarchy of effectiveness. And so using the song with the pendant, enlivening the sacred sounds, will be the most effective option for a person. And that's the one that you should try to do, but we always do whatever is possible. We do what is available. We take advantage of what is available to us at this time, and for someone that may just be the pendant, and for others it may be just the sacred sounds. Okay, everyone. I know there are still a lot of questions about this, and when you call into the office and ask those questions, we try to compile them so that I can answer those questions for you on these weekly lectures. Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Remember the photo chair program, the virtual chair program at the end of this month. It's a very good way to start the year. I'll talk to you again on Wednesday.